Thanks for exploring Take a Breath for Schools and Communities. My name is Jeff Tomlinson. I'm the co-founder of this program. We've been doing this about 7 years now, and it's growing right now. Pretty exciting. Some of our best stuff is here on this website. I'm going to go into that a little more detail. It's important right now. We know 1 in 3 North Americans are struggling. There's some issues. Mental health is really a priority now. And I went through this myself, actually, in the 70s. Lost my father. I was struggling. I didn't have any support. I didn't have any of these tools. This is really what I needed. I needed these tools. I didn't really know what to do. I was silently suffering, if you will. So I got through it, but there were distractions, and the substances and, keeping myself distracted from what was actually going on for me personally. Whether you're 8 or 88, I like to say, this is for you. You'll see there are audio recordings for each group, if you will, of, a youth or someone in school or an adult or a worker or somebody struggling with different conditions and issues. But first we orient you a little bit. We take you through our acronym: BRAVE, breathe, relax, allow, visualize, and empower. And then you'll see shortly after that an assessment will show up that you can take advantage of. There's a short one, a long one. That's really meant to, kind of be a starting place. Where do you go from there? And that will point to the places in the recordings that you might begin. Maybe those are breath and relaxation practices. Maybe there's something more in depth for you. And then from the recording practices, listening to the audio recordings, we're going to highly encourage you to utilize the communication tools. The opportunity to check in with someone, a listener. That really helps you feel supported, and you feel like there's a communication with your community, with your family, in a relationship. You're heard is what I'm trying to get to, and that's kind of missing for a lot of people, that dialogue of authentic listening and speaking, communication skills. So it's a full package for sure. The recordings themselves can be very unique. I'm smiling as I do that. I just was recording one, and we use our methodology to breathe and relax, allow is kind of a turning point where then it gets into the visualize and empowerment of some very unique practices of whether that's something around a health condition or performance enhancement for sports, or instruments in school, band, or a workplace specific thing you're working on, or a school subject, or lifestyle changes, sleep habits, anxiety and depression. Again, those are tools I definitely needed. I was kind of desperate for, and I didn't have them. And I got through that, but after a long period of time, it took some real work to kind of dig myself out of that, of the issues that were really kind of compounded over time, because I never really was supported in the moment that I was struggling. So, explore a little bit. Find your favorites. Maybe you tag our favorites page and come back to something again and again. That's really good to do, that repetition. As you do practice more, you're going to gain some momentum. And that's really where the brain science takes off, is new brain mapping to replace old brain mapping of an issue or a challenge. Additionally, there's some other tools. There's quite a lot to take advantage of here. These essential pieces of assessment I think is important. The recordings for sure, the audio recordings, the unique ones, the variety we have, the communication, relationship part we feel is really important. That package in itself is here. But additionally, there are pieces of information and support on maybe some videos that you might need to look at, because this is mainly audio recordings. Maybe there's something you need to see. You need a little more orientation, if you will, around breathing, for example. There's some breathing videos, or maybe there's our assembly or presentation. That's going to be new virtually, where we can come to a group or a school and do a presentation over a course of about an hour and take someone through these experiences, a group, and let them feel the benefits. And I'm super excited about that. Maybe it's a lunch and learn at a workplace. I've done lots of those, been in lots of schools, and I really enjoyed doing that. So I'll be doing that virtually, apparently. There's a personalized mindfulness. That's another really additional tool, really interesting piece where we we script and tailor a specific recording for a specific individual. So I've done a lot of that, where I record something with the help of the person. We build out a certain specific script that then I record that, and then they play that back to themselves to work through whatever that is they're dealing with. I have a 21-day habit builder, so built on an old practice I developed many years ago, how to build a new habit or activity into your day. There's some great information and good resources and data around that shows that can work. You can build a new pattern for sure. I have a rite of passage coming of age program that can be available too. That's really powerful could be a youth coming of age. That's something that our Western society doesn't promote or have as much authentically, I would say. Indigenous cultures have done that for eons. But even adults, sometimes adults are moving to a new era in their life, a new work environment, a new relationship environment. Just a little ceremony, a ritual practice, something to identify a change, which I really believe that's really powerful. We also have a 6-session curriculum that can be utilized by a teacher or a leader to take a group through 6 different sessions, about 45-50 minutes-ish each, to really solidify this information and experience that then really creates quite a bonding for the group as well, and the tools to then move on and use this in individual lifestyle or performance enhancement or whatever that might be. So, and there may be more things that we're going to add as you need them. I think we're always in that dialogue and that collaboration, if you will. Finally, I'd like to say I am supporting you in building your tool belt, the tools that you can utilize to shift out of a stress response or enhance performance in something you're doing, move through a healing or change that you're looking for. Ultimately, there's another piece of this that I find very powerful, which is what occurs in the last part of our acronym. So visualize and empower. Empowerment really starts to show itself over time that you have some momentum going, you're noticing the benefits of this practice, you are empowering yourself to create the change in the ways that you're intending to. And some esteem comes with that. You esteem yourself for creating this change, for moving yourself in a new direction, for moving yourself beyond the challenges that you've been dealing with. And that's a wonderful thing. And we're looking to support you in that with our tool belt, that you end up coming out as the best you that you can be. And even in fact to acknowledge you're okay as you are. You're just exactly what you're empowering yourself to be. We can bring into your family, your community, your relationships, and that's a wonderful endeavor. So I'm so glad you're joining us, and thanks for being here.